All Things Motoring International is owned and brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, ChangeCars. Our name says it all. Whether you're looking to sell, need advice, need finance, or need insurance, ChangeCars has you covered. Coming up this week on All Things Motoring International, Mike completes his trip with the Jaguars, and Ernest attends Honda Day in Cape Town. This is a show for all the enthusiasts among us.
It's a public holiday and it's Workers' Day. But it's not just any ordinary Workers' Day. It's Honda Day, one of the biggest Honda gatherings in Cape Town, South Africa, and even the world. And it's happening right here at Killarney Raceway. Let's go check out some of the most incredible Hondas Cape Town has to offer. When you come to car shows, you go to the side where the cars are being exhibited. But at a Honda Day, some of the nicest cars can be found in the parking lot. Now, I'm speaking to my man, Jean-Marc over here, but hulle noem hom Jean-Marc, hulle noem hom Mukdog.
Mukdog.
That's it. So Mukdog over here came all the way from very far out of Cape Town. We're talking 600-700 kilometers here, bro.
Yeah, Namakolen.
Namakolen.
Yeah, small town called Steenkop, yeah.
So tell me about the mods on the car, what's been done to the car. I know that there's a list of things, and this thing's pushing out big numbers. We're talking close to 200
Yeah,
kilowatts.
close to 200. To start off, die eerste mod was my cold air intake. Tweede mod, die KTM 72mm throttle body en die Skunk to Ultra intake. AJ Andrew James, hy het die kar getune. My eerste dyno wat ek gedoen het ek so 172 gemaak. Maar dis nou voor ek al hierdie ander mods gedoen het. So ek was nog weer op 'n dyno nie, maar ek glo ek is close to 200 so.
And to get the power down, you're running the Accelerator 651 semi-slick.
Ek het die semi-slicks hier voor, ek het die Bridgestone Potenzas agter. Dat is baie nice tires, maar die Acceleras, hulle is vir my lekker. Is lekker vir 'n daily drive.
I've had the same tires, I love them too.
En dan het ek die BC Racing coilies.
Nice.
Ja,
Nice.
hulle is nice.
Mukdog, we love this car, we love what you've done, but we also love the fact that you come all the way from all the way
Ja,
to come to Cape Town.
baie ver gery, ja.
We appreciate the effort of you and your crew.
Quite.
And a big shout out to Mukdog's crew as well for making all of this possible.
Alweer.
Something like this has to be mentioned. I'm standing with Letitia Herold from Honda South Africa, and when it comes to these types of events, Letitia, it's not often that the manufacturers get involved, and it's certainly not often that manufacturers get this involved. What brings you to Honda Day, and what brings you and your team to Honda Day?
You know, honestly, Ernest, Honda Day is a celebration of all things Honda. You know, when you hear, you see the passion that people have for this brand, and it's so important for us as a manufacturer to support that. This is the foundation of the brand. These people make this brand, you know, what it is today. And when we look at the brand, you know, you look at an event such as this, we're not only showcasing cars, but also the strength of the Honda brand, also looking at our power products range, our bikes, and yes,
generators.
I mean, honestly, but what is also so synonymous when you look at Honda Day, yes, we've got cars on the track, but this year is actually the 60th anniversary of the first car that was created by Honda. It is perfect, and you know, why not be here? Literally, and to engage with our fans, you know, to see these cars, to see some of these cars that they have souped up on their own. They're so passionate. We're just proud to be here, and I'm glad I'm here with my team, yeah.
And I think also it's a good opportunity for you to showcase your current product lineup.
Yes.
And to show the people that these cars are aspirational cars. When maybe they want to get out of the Civic hatchback, they can get into the Ballard or the Civic sedan.
Yes.
When it comes to your current lineup of products, what do you have at the moment that's available?
So, okay, we've recently just launched the Elevate, urban city style car, stunning compact SUV. We've got Fit Hybrid, you know, for customers that are conscious about, you know, the environment.
And that fuel economy.
Yeah, it's how impressive.
Yeah.
We've got BRV, which is for your family, 7-seater SUV, Amaze. I mean, literally Civic RS.
Yeah.
But there's a, you know, looking at our product lineup, there's a product that caters for all customers.
Including the performance side of things.
That's it. And you look at the iconic, you know, Type R performance car. The car is cleaning up worldwide, waiting to see how we do in Car of the Year, but confident. I don't want to be arrogant, but we're confident. But that car, I mean, it's aspirational as well, and it's such a draw card. And it's so powerful. It's a car that wears the red badge for Honda, and I mean, who wouldn't want to own a Type R?
Letitia, thank you so much for joining us here at Honda Day. We look forward to the ongoing relationship with the Cape Town Honda scene and Honda South Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's the car that started the sports car movement for Honda. It's the Honda S600, and I've never even seen one in the flesh yet. But Chris Foley has not only got one in the flesh and in the metal, he's got one that's got a whole bunch of special parts under the bonnet, under the boot lid, under the body.
Under the cherries,
Oral.
everything.
Chris,
Oral.
let's start at the back. We've got a parachute at the back. Why do we need a parachute?
It's only for safety. For instance, if you don't catch your brakes in time, you can pull a chute.
Yeah.
You can pull your chute.
Let's move forward. I see you got a fuel cell in there. You've got big, wide Hoosier tires on this car.
Big wide Hoosier tires we use for traction. We need all the traction on this quarter-mile down here.
Yeah. The engine was built by Zurich Motorsport. They're one of the fastest in Cape Town.
Correct. Sean Zurich is the fastest in Cape Town. Got a very fast Honda Civic. He's my engine builder. I trust him with all that. And I hope he can make me #1 as well.
There you go. One more thing from me, Chris. Thank you for everything you do for the sport. I understand that when the kids come past here, you let them jump in and see what it's like.
Obviously, they must, yes.
That's what it's about, folks. Sharing the sport, sharing the love in a S600.
Coming up after the break, Mike completes his trip and explores even more interesting Jaguars while chatting to their owners. Here is the screen top tip of the week. Check your spare wheel often. You never know when you might need it. Before you buy a second-hand car, screen it. It's what smart people do. Are you looking to sell? Visit Change Cars and click on the Selling tab.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Investigator Insert, and today we're in the heart of Johannesburg at Delta Park asking people some hard-hitting questions. Questions like what car do they drive and what do they like about their car? Do they cycle? Do they change when they get behind the wheel? And more importantly, do they wear Lycra to bed? Craig, tell us, the bicycle, is that in case you break down?
Okay, well, first of all, I see where you're going. This is not going to break down. This is never going to break down. That might.
So for the viewers at home, Craig's pointed out the lesser spotted Ford Range over there. What distance are you accustomed to riding?
Usually it's 20 to 30.
20 to 30 Ks.
Don't like the really long stuff. I get bored mentally and then slow down.
Luke doesn't like the long stuff. I don't like 20 or 30. That's way too long for me. But
keep left, use your brain. and respect whoever else is on the road.
Lekker. And then when you're behind the wheel, do you get angry at cyclists?
If they're doing stupid things, yes, I do.
There we go. So, don't be stupid. Use your brain.
Use your brain.
Steven says he's on the lookout for you. You riding on the Sprite, which is probably great for a lot of road users. They're saying thank you. Thank you, Richard. You're one of the good ones. But how do you feel about it overall?
I think the road cyclists are the problem, especially when they ride in bunches. I've never ridden road bikes.
Yeah.
I'm not a sheep. So if I want to ride, I ride off-road bikes to be away from everybody else, not to be riding with everybody else.
Right. So you guys are manual, proper work cyclists. How do you guys feel about e-bikes?
I hate them.
Is it?
Yeah, I hate them. I hate them on trails. I understand why they're there. Hate them on trails. Hate them on the road. Why? Because you'll be struggling up a hill and you'll just hear zzz. I'm like, there's zero effort over there. Right? And cover beats you just like that, But each to their own. Everyone must have fun on the bike.
And they're motivating you, saying, you can do it, man.
No, it's demotivation. It's not motivation. No.
Before we go, though, I wanted to ask you one question. As a cyclist, are you married?
I'm not married. No, I'm not married.
Okay.
I'm in a relationship though.
Oh, okay, he's in a relationship. How does your partner feel about you wearing the old lycras to bed?
She actually loves it. She promotes it. I was at her place this morning and she couldn't get enough. She loved it.
Thanks, Craig, for your time. We know who got it all this morning.
When you think of Audi with RS, BMW with M, Mercedes with AMG, Jaguar's got something special themselves. How do you improve upon the incredible car that is a Jaguar F-Type? You give it the SVR treatment. Tell us about what's behind us.
Basically, it's a pretty rare car in South Africa, especially in convertible format. I was lucky enough to buy this in 2020 in COVID in full lockdown.
Right.
I actually done a deal with the guys in Cape Town and they flatbedded it up and they part exchanged my other F-Type, which was a V8S at the time.
I have only one question. I would have flown down to Cape Town. I would have taken a bus down to Cape Town if it was COVID and driven this back.
Not in full lockdown.
No, of course, I'm joking. But a magnificent machine, 2018 model, performance, looks, you name it, it's got it. What is a car like this like to drive?
Yeah, it's very nice. In fact, this is very easy because it's four-wheel drive. So you just put your foot down and it goes forward, basically.
Amazing. Performance-wise, 0 to 100, substantially under 4. What are we looking at?
About 3.6, 3.7.
That is a monster. And kilowatts here,
423.
Now, to give you an idea, that is 575 horsepower. I mean, that is a number that is stupendous. Driving it every day, you want to drive it in a docile state. Can you drive this car normally, or is it always feel like it's wanting to run?
No, it's easy to drive. It's very docile. When you've got sport mode on the gearbox, you've got dynamic mode, and then it livens it up like you wouldn't believe. The throttle response goes up. The exhaust valves open, you get a magnificent growl.
For sure. Now the brand that is Jaguar, an incredible brand. Yourself, Vince, where does the love for the brand come from?
So it's basically a TV program. The XJS was the thing to have. It was the sports car. Obviously there was the Saint.
Of course, but when I think of Jaguar in the 70s, in the 80s, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's Roger Moore, Simon Templar in the white XJS, the epitome of Jaguar. Well, I appreciate you talking to us. I think the nicest thing that's ever happened to me, Vince says to me, Mike, if you're prepared to give me an interview, I'm prepared to give you the keys, keep the car for a week, test the top speed, test the acceleration. I don't know what he's saying now off camera. Vince, been lovely speaking to you.
Thank you very much.
Wishing you the very best. Maybe it's just me, but I always feel that certain marks are defined by a certain vehicle. When I think of Alfa, it's the Alfa Spider. Mercedes, it's the SL. Porsche, it's the 911. When it comes to Jaguar, is there a more definitive Jaguar than the E-Type, Frank? I don't believe there is.
Enzo Ferrari said it was the most beautiful car ever designed, so that's a good start.
And Enzo Ferrari didn't even compliment his own cars, it's well known. So when he complimented a competitor, then you know it's a real deal. What are we looking at here? Beautiful 60s E-Type with a 3.8 engine?
1963, so it's a Series 1, the first series, 3.8 engine with a straight 6.
Beautiful. Now, a straight 6 is always synonymous with smoothness. The lines of this car, absolutely the long bonnet. What is it like to drive every day?
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. That's just marvelous. I've always wanted one. I got it about 6 years ago, and some teething issues at the beginning.
Of course.
But, and I drive her a lot. I used to drive her 200 miles every weekend to Rustenburg for breakfast.
Amazing.
And so on, and just keep on driving everywhere.
Frank, I appreciate it. You're biased with good reason. The color red, everything about this car is beautiful. Wishing you and the vehicle the very best.
Thank you.
Thanks for chatting to us.
Thank you very much.
Nothing like a good white bottle of Merlot or bottle of red Sauvignon Blanc. Got you. Disclaimer, I do know the difference. However, the fact I don't drink doesn't mean I can't appreciate an incredible wine rack. Behind me, a Jaguar 12-cylinder block. Who comes up with such an incredible idea? Querbus, you did. Life is all about choices. Sometimes you make the wrong choice, and sometimes you buy a Jaguar XJS. And I say no more. Clearly the right choice. Bob, this beautiful machine, 1987. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I bought this 19 years ago, and I was actually looking for a full-on convertible, but I couldn't find one at a price I could afford. So I bought this as sort of the poor cousin. When I started my own business, I needed to liquidate some funds, so I sold it, but after 3 months I had such seller's remorse, I bought it back. So wow. 19 years, less 3 months.
Now, interesting that you talk about the full convertible. It's not often that I learn something new. Today I genuinely did. I've always seen the XJS without a roof, and I've assumed they're all the same. Tell us about the difference between the full convertible and what we've got here.
Well, Jaguar sell a lot of cars in the States, so when this car came out, it was only released as a coupe,
right.
And the Americans wanted a convertible car because of the climate in Florida and so on. And to do that was quite a technical challenge for Jaguar. So this came as an interim where you've got an A pillar, a B pillar and a C pillar.
Right.
And very similar to the Porsche 911 of the day, the Targa.
Yes.
You've got the Targa panels that pull out and a soft window that folds back.
But driving it on the weekends, get in, start first time and go?
Yeah, pretty much. I do have it on a battery conditioning unit most of the time, but I'll jump in the car, I'll go and drive 50, 60 Ks, have a cup of coffee, turn around and come back just for the fun of it.
50, 60 Ks on one tank of fuel. As you can imagine, a 1987 Jaguar 12-cylinder would not be the most fuel-efficient car of all time. Wishing you the very best.
Thank you.
What do I always end an interview by saying? If you want to sell it, where's it going? Perfect. He knows. Going to All Things Motoring. What can one say about a day like today? The venue, tick the box. I've said that many times, but today this was the ultimate venue. The host, Querbus van Wyk, Jaguar Club of South Africa, Paul, Bob, the way you made myself and my crew feel, words cannot describe. Was that the highlight? No question. Were there other highlights? Absolutely. The cars, the people. Am I a fan of Jaguar? I've always liked and admired the Jaguar brand. Today, I became a real fan.
Coming up after the break, we're back with Ernest as he rounds off his day at Honda Day in Cape Town. Did you know? Before 1963, Honda produced motorcycles exclusively. But that all changed when they released two new vehicles, the T60, a small truck, and the S500, their very first car. Only 1,363 were ever made. Honda is known for its many innovations. The first four-wheel steer car was the 1987 Honda Prelude, and Honda was the first Japanese automobile manufacturer to release a dedicated luxury brand, Acura, in 1986. Honda also manufactures garden equipment, marine engines, personal watercraft, power generators, and other products. Honda has a rich motorsport pedigree that can be seen in the DNA of their Type R and performance car heritage. Honda has achieved 337 IndyCar victories, 89 Formula One victories, and 6 Formula One Constructors' Championships. The first was 1987, when Mike's Formula One hero Nelson Piquet beat teammate Nigel Mansell and Ayrton Senna, all driving Honda-powered cars, to the title. Looking for finance and insurance? Visit Change Cars and click on the Financial Products tab.
I'm standing here with Jaco van der Merwe from Honda South Africa. Jaco, once again, we spoke last year, but this year we're going bigger and better. This is Honda Day, and again, Honda South Africa is involved and even more involved this year. Tell us again why you guys as a manufacturer have decided to support the culture like this.
Ernest, it's a passion of mine. As a petrolhead, it's something that I love, but I love the brand and I love what the brand means to people. And for us, as an OEM, it's important for us to remain relevant, and in doing so, have the community as a platform where we can display the product and enjoy the product. And it's daily drivers, there's track cars, there's show and shine. It's a whole myriad of things, but the secret is it's in their blood, it's in their veins, it's in their hearts. It's the passion.
Honda brings with it enthusiasm and enthusiasts. And Jaco, we thank you for everything you do for the sport, everything you do for the brand, and everything you do for the fans. As you say, this is a thank you to the fans. I'm standing here with Mr. DeLong, one of the organizers of this event. But we've got to give a shout out to Ishmael. Firstly, his car looks amazing. But secondly, he wanted to leave and he said, no, I'm gonna be flexible. You guys can use the car as a backdrop, which is what we're doing. So shout out to Ishmael. But let's talk about this event. You guys have put this event together year after year. This year, it's run better, it's run bigger, it's run smoother. How do you put something like this together?
Well, a lot of planning. And also a lot of communication goes into this. That's firstly the main thing, communication, planning, it's endless in order to run a smooth event. And also make a success of it, because for the past years we've learned and we've made mistakes and we bettered ourselves as year went by.
Well, I noticed all of you guys, the entire team is on the radio, covering Eagle One. But that makes a difference. You guys are like a well-oiled machine.
Definitely. And also in the past we had to communicate through one channel because Kilani itself was on the other channel. This year, however, which makes it more easier, is because we're running on two separate channels. So it's a section one where it's a street to strip, and then we have the show and shine on this side. So
and what do you run this section of here?
I run the show and shine section, yes.
Nice. It's a lot of work to put an event like this together, but when you got the right team involved, things go a little bit smoother.
Thank you so much, man.
It's the end of Honda Day, and Daryl September, another one of the team, is standing with me to wind things down. The guys are leaving, the day is coming to an end. Daryl, are you finally now a bit more relaxed?
Yeah, way more relaxed. We're here since, past 4 o'clock?
This morning?
This morning, yeah.
Daryl, thank you for everything you guys have done. I think the fans are happy with how this went down. I mean, everybody's smiling as they're leaving. Everybody's smiling as they're leaving. It's been one of those days. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Daryl, for you and your team, everything you do. This is Honda Day, folks. Will you be here next year? I know I will be, and I think this guy might be too.
Yeah, we're actually excited for next year.
Coming up next week on All Things Motoring International, Mike attends Cars in the Park at the Golden Circle Training Center in Pietermaritzburg. And Ernest continues our Jaguar theme with a visit to Lauda Classic Cars in Cape Town for a coffee and some British inspiration. This is a show with distinction and class.
There are many things I pride myself on. Hard work and professionalism is one of them. But meat is meat, and man must eat.
Parking area, you can just look around. As you can hear.
Well, let me give you an easy question, one that you can definitively answer. Is there a better example than the one behind us?
I don't think so, but I'm biased.
But now, what if I come to you guys and I say, I don't want to do Honda Day, I want to do Opel Day?
Then you're at the wrong place.
Now, the brand that is Jaguar, an incredible brand. Yourself, Vince, where does the love for the brand come from?
Well, I'm from the UK.
No ways. I thought you were from the Free State with that heavy Free State accent. Well, I appreciate you talking to us. I think the nicest thing that's ever happened to me, Vince says to me, Mike, if you're prepared to give me an interview, I'm prepared to give you the keys, keep the car for a week, test the top speed, test the acceleration. I don't know what he's saying now off camera.
Yeah, and then he woke up.
And then he woke up. The daydream stopped. Wishing you the very best.
Thank you.
What do I always end an interview by saying? If you want to sell it, where's it going? Perfect. He knows. Going to All Things Motoring.
Do you need any motoring advice? From where or what to buy and where to sell? Visit the All Things Motoring International website and click the Advice tab to ask Mikey. All Things Motoring International was brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, ChangeCars. Our name says it all. There is no safer online vehicle platform. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.